Well, I'm old. Everybody knows that. I'm 26.
That's
he was in the Rat Pack with Peter Welford, and
I signed the Declaration of Independence. No, I didn't start playing drums until college. Everybody kind of knows that. I'm a late bloomer. I realized that I could do it. Had good rhythm and stuff, and was immediately attracted to metal just because there's so much rhythm involved with it. You know, it's really one of the more rhythmic genres of music I've found. And cut my teeth in a beat-down hardcore band from Central New Jersey, which is sort of like what they were famous for back in the day. It was sort of like just getting in giant fights, and I was in bands with people that were just constantly in jail, and literally. But you know, they were good, and they kind of taught me the ropes. And then I just kind of progressed, and then I started getting into a little bit more progressive stuff, and then I never had really even been in a band that wrote breakdowns per se. And then these guys, they were like, I was actually anti it. I think I probably said it like, I'm not playing crap. And then once one of them, somebody said like, dude, you should just like write one yourself. And then I started doing it, and then, you know, I kind of have an analytical, scientific mind. So I was like, wow, I could apply some math to this. I can make this pretty interesting. And now it's just out of control. Like some of the stuff that we write, where we incorporate, you know. And I like to think that that's because I'm just looking for the math, looking for the like sort of the patterns that other people won't find. So, and I have I'm like the smarty pants, I guess, because I have a master's degree and stuff. So I
apply to music.
I'm tooting my horn, but I'm saying, I got a good education, and now I feel like instead of just playing music as a hobby,
I want that education to go to waste.
I can apply a lot of what I learned in the sciences, because I have a master's of science, I can apply a lot of it to what I'm, like my past, and so a lot of our new album stuff is stuff that I took from, you know, my pre-med classes and stuff, a lot of science, a lot of bullshit like that no one would ever realize is in there, and then they're like, wait, I know that breakdown pattern. Somebody might pick it up, you know, and then they all of a sudden start putting it together, and they're like, holy shit, that's really goddamn complicated. That's kind of where I'm at.
Dude.
No. It started with a keg of beer.
It started with self-titled porn album with a cassette.
Yeah, it probably did actually. No, I don't know, man.
7-string Ibanez.
Yeah, dude.
I remember them days.
Nah, dude, that was like an Ibanez GIO. It was like a cheap like starter kit package. Listening to Rage Against the Machine, dude. I taught myself guitar.
Why would you need a 7-string for that?
I didn't. It was a 6-string. I didn't upgrade to the 7 until I got really big into like unearthed and stuff like that. But yeah, dude, Rage Against the Machine back in the day. That was like Tom Morello was my fucking hero, dude. I was trying to learn. I taught myself guitar to the self-titled album, like the first album. And my brother played guitar, stuff like that too, so I was already like, thought that was cool as hell, you know. I'm 3 years younger than my brother, so I was always looked up to him and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, dude, you know, this dude can fucking play. It's like,
sorry, don't mind me. I'm sorry, but in the same shot, I got 2 black people eating chicken. It was just too good. I had to pan out real quick, I'm sorry.
I like wings, I hate Popeyes. And I hate KFC too, but wings, awesome.
But anyway, as he pounds the rest of his beer.
Continue.
So yeah, and then one of my boys back in the day, he had an old electric guitar chilling at his crib and like an amp, and like he just busted it out one day and was like, yeah, it sounded all cool and shit. Like he knew a couple songs, and I was like, dude, I want to fucking learn how to do that. So, you know, I borrowed a guitar off of him or got one for my brother or some shit, and just started hacking my way through Rage songs, like just trying to teach myself. And, you know, eventually got a little better at it. Started a couple bands back in high school. Didn't work out.
Bands that I didn't get in. I tried out for and
Reese didn't make the cut as singer back in high school. He tried out and failed.
Because he was black.
I didn't think it was cool to have black members. I don't know.
Still is.
Well, now that we're a completely black band.
Now that all of us are black. You know, it's acceptable.
Black by association.
But after that, I mean, like, you know, I got into, and then I had a kid that I got into a band with, this kid Ryan, came to our school from Philly, and like they were really into like the hardcore shit, like the new stuff, like back then it was new, but it was like, I don't even know, like Cave In, Zayo, like all this new hardcore stuff that I'd never heard of, because I was still listening to like
Throwdown,
yeah, Nora, like
Red Roses for Blue Lady. Oh, that's old school, man.
Old school,
That's
dude.
old
Like
school.
real old school hardcore stuff, and like Cave-In was my shit. So I started switching it up a little bit. Went to see Zayo, and Unearthed opened for Zayo, and that was the first time I seen them. My mind was
behind the
fucking
head.
blown, dude. Ken sweeping behind his head and shit on the 7 strings. I was like, dude, that's the direction I'm going in. So started going that way, and then we got into this, a couple bands later. Reese actually joined the band. That was Divine Dissonance.
He made the cut.
Yes, finally.
And then, we did a bunch of
fill the
stuff
quota.
like that. Did a bunch of stuff like that, and then got into this band. Pretty much it.
Nice.